I didn't sleep last night, so I'm just gonna maybe get like an hour or something, but I'm feeling exhausted, so I'm just fasting. And probably gonna fast, drink a lot of water, drink some tea, drink some fermented tea, take some chlorella, sleep tonight. Fasting works for that very well. Sleep tonight and then probably fast tomorrow as well. Go for a bit of a walk. Still rest up tomorrow and then kind of use this week to rest a bit more and then go do a little meditation retreat and then come back and meditate. I'm exhausted. And then just come back, list the supplements, get the branding done, get the next stage of manufacturing figured out. I'm reading Ford and I just agree with him. I think that, I mean, I don't know. I'm just very excited to get these things up. I'm just exhausted right now and I'm kind of just organizing my life because I haven't been sleeping much. I've been doing a lot and it's just like I'm finally at the point where I have some new projects to begin and I'm just like I guess I'm just resting, planning more time and like planning in more realistic. I guess I'm taking time to rest. That is the main thing because I'm sleeping like 24 nights a month. I'm sleeping really well those 24 nights a month, but sleeping like 24 nights a month. So I think I just need to dedicate myself to doing more fasts, chewing my food more, resting a little bit more, which stinks, but resting a little bit more. Yeah, I guess just like resting a bit more and then taking nice, measured, deliberate action. I think that that is the way forward. So the fasting really helps with brain function though. So fasting and I think that the fish eggs really help too. The trace minerals, vitamin D. Gonna deal with vitamin D sourcing, but just fasting. I also think I do need to just kind of like get out and just meditate a bit, like to clear my head. This is not something I've heard talked about a little bit in like Jordan Peterson talks about needing time off. People who just work all the time needing time off. And like I definitely classify as someone who just works all the time. So I haven't had any real time off in like a long time because I'm just working on sleeping, working on working on manufacturing the supplements, working on these videos aren't really that much effort. That they are effort. I mean, like, what am I spending my time doing for the most part? I guess like kind of like day-to-day household management, helping my wife manage a household with the kids. Kind of like planning though. I mean, this is the thing, like so I don't really think um I guess my wife's been pregnant. She was first trimester, like tired. So I was doing that. This is the thing. My memory is like not the greatest because 24 nights of sleep a month. I guess I'm wondering why I can't move faster. I guess it's just organization. It's kind of like cleaning your room. And then also, my brother and business partner's been out of the country a lot this summer. But I guess we were waiting for the supplement labels for a while. Like a lot of it was like waiting for the supplement labels to finish those up. That was a lot of it. And then we were getting started on doing Amazon first, and then we got notified that Amazon has. But that was kind of, I guess, just like my sleep is just still kind of like iffy. That's kind of like the only real thing holding us up, though that wouldn't really hold us up in the near future because we can just easily do stuff about that. So I guess like my business partner's only been back for like a week, and then he was away, and like that was kind of a disruptive thing. They've been doing a lot of summer stuff as well as a result of that, because summer is a very relaxing month. A lot of effort placed on just getting my sleep consistent, which it has. I mean, like 24 days out of 30 is not bad because I'm sleeping really well those days. I think you just need just to throw in the occasional fast. Honestly, just throw in the occasional fast and then just resting a bit more. Like I kind of, but it stinks because I want to push, get more done. I guess like a lot of it's just my brain organizing itself too. Like I feel like it takes me a lot less effort to get my brain to organize itself as I sleep more and more. I think there's just a serious delay of just kind of like I don't want to act while my brain is still quasi delirious. So I think that's why I want to go do the 4 days, just kind of rest, throw the additional rest in there. Because throwing the additional rest in there, like just 4 days of rest and like getting some time off with my wife, and then, just like finishing up a plan of what to do, and then I guess like planning in some break stages in there, like planning that O's out. Clarity, clarity. Meditating really helps. I just think clearly when I'm meditating. Because I have a contingency plan in place as well for like, I guess, though I guess it's ultimately, I guess like having more things going is always good. Like instead of just having one thing going, like having multiple things going at the same time is a better strategy because they say just having one form of exercise you do, have like several forms of exercise you like to do and things that are physically active instead of having, because then, and you can kind of do them preferentially. But I think that having a multitude of sound strategies going at the same time that play off of one another is the best avenue. So that's just what I'm planning because I don't like to um I don't like to just throw all my eggs in one basket because I've done that before and it makes me stressed out and then it kind of kills like a certain creative element. So having multiple ways of going about getting the business going, because I ultimately think the real value of the business is going to come from how it enables me to live in a way that optimizes my health, my brother to live in a way that optimizes his health, and anyone that we employ, we're going to kind of have this, like Ford had this culture of like he'd pay you more, but he expected you to like live up to that. Like I want to have a very fit company culture. Intramural company sports like just encourage pay people very well, like 5-hour work days for certain types of jobs, longer work days for other types of jobs that require less creative work, but like a very like an environment built on the understanding that healthy, fit, and high performing people collaborating together to increase the availability of the goods and services that they can best manufacture to serve people, so that the widest variety of people can consume them in the most useful ways to them, then that is going to ultimately scale the most. So I fundamentally believe in that principle. I don't think I don't know. It's like, there's tons of supplements selling on TikTok. There's tons of supplements selling on Amazon. There's tons of supplements selling on lots of different platforms. Our supplements are the best. They have the best branding. They have the best imaging, the best packaging. Why wouldn't they sell? They're going to be priced wonderfully. Like, why wouldn't they sell? And I'm just like, well, if I need to, I also have personal care products I can come out with. I have other things that I can do relatively inexpensively, but I've kind of been developing the skills behind the scenes for these things. And the sunscreen, it's pretty simple. The hair gel is the most complicated thing, but I've been working on that for the longest period of time, so that's going to be fairly easy. Body wash is going to be fairly easy, because I have something to compare it to. The hair gel, though, I had nothing to compare it to, because everything on the market's kind of The only thing that's going to be challenging about that is figuring out how to produce it at scale, because it's a very, very, very specific process. So, but I can figure out how to do that, though. I mean, like, just bigger pots. I could just kind of, like, work. Like, basically, it'd probably be manual at this point, because one of the ingredients, the polyethylene oxide, doesn't like to be mixed by hand, but I guess by machine. Doesn't like machine mixing, but I guess I could figure out how to do it. I mean, ultimately that's sort of like a next step, but I think that ultimately I just want to the next step is really just the branding, and then there's a lot of other stuff I can do, but the most impactful thing I think is going to be focusing on my health, getting from 24 days and 24 nights a month sleeping to 30 nights a month sleeping. And so the fasting, I think, is doing it. Like, this is having solid poops. Like, everything's improving dramatically, and it's just kind of not as fast as I'd like, but I'm not worried about it. Just annoying, but by documenting it, that's useful as well. I could write God Engine, finish up that book just summarizing what I've tried thus far in terms of like every diet I've tried, every supplement I've tried, like all the systems of thought that I've experimented with, and the principles that I've settled on, and what I'm going to be doing in the future as a result of these principles regarding lion diet, fermented foods, ancestral diets, walking, exercise, all this stuff, because it all goes together. It's all connected and connected at a high level, but there's simple ways of looking at it too, and I want to just show that. So that's something else. Talking it through is helpful, and I feel like this is it's just interesting. Like, I don't know. I've kind of just been making YouTube videos long enough that I'm like, I'm going to do it this way. And they're entertaining for me to make, so they'll be entertaining for me to watch in the future. They'll ultimately explain why the company is the way it is, because I have other contingency plans with Kickstarter, and like, there's so much I can do. I guess it's ultimately fairly simple. It's going to be a few weeks of images, a few weeks of listing, a few weeks of website, a few weeks of like a week or two of that, like ultimately. So then like in 3 months, it's going to be mostly done. And then we can just move on to the next stage of the project, and kind of like adapt the plan as we go. But I have a basic roadmap of like, these are all the things that we can do. Then along the way, I can also stop and brainstorm and be like, okay, I'm going to write down 20 different ways I can sell these supplements. But I ultimately don't want to. This is where I believe in like lowering the price, like having a very low price, like the lowest possible price that you can have for a supplement or product, while keeping it the necessary quality, because then they'll move faster. And I think that's really just what I want to focus on. And then efficient placement in the marketplace. because not selling, not manufacturing is ultimately not helpful, because then I have lower cash flow, but I would have higher cash flow, and then I could make higher quality content. I could make more supplements that are like more variety of supplements that do more variety of interesting things, like I get into it, but like citrulline, taurine, and stuff for mitochondrial function and like vasodilation, like specific fasting supplements. Like there's all sorts of combinatorial supplements that I could get into. I could get into figuring out what like the absolute, like right now we have the pure, like absolutely pure supplements, but we're sort of like everyone's sort of using USP, like pharmaceutical grade vitamins for the most part. The only thing that differs is like cyanocobalamin. And I can take these things and I sleep fine, so I don't think they have any soy in them or there's any soy sourcing at any point, because I can't take magnesium stearate, which I'm like certain is derived from soy. But I don't know if that would change. April, go to bed.
I need to give you a hug.
Give me a hug in 2 minutes, okay? Just go upstairs. 2 minutes.
I just want to.
Okay, then wait. Then wait there quietly. Because I want you on video because you're just wearing underwear. Okay, stop.
Okay, I'll stop.
Good. Okay, I'm going to wrap up the video because I could just keep going on. But basically... kind of lost my train of thought, but I'll get it back in a second. Ultimately, as long like the best, I mean, I'm not entirely certain on all of Ford's thoughts on this, because I do think that profit is necessary to keep the company going and developing itself and sustaining itself, but ultimately, if you calculate cost properly and you have a good idea of how well you can make these things, then I think that, and how well you can make them in the future and future development, I think that there's a good argument to be made that the lowest possible price is the best. So that is the next pursuit, is basically ongoing manufacturing, but also getting this stuff up at the same time. But I feel like once it starts selling, it'll be very easy to be motivated to get the manufacturing up. So it'll be like, come on, come on, come on. It's like the supplements are going, so now I have to attend to my children. Au revoir. Tune in tomorrow night or tomorrow to see how fasting is helping me sleep and helping my mental performance.